Hey everybody, it's Cindy here, and I want to celebrate something with you. I just counted how many new members we've had join this group in the last 10 days. 10 days, and it's been 75 women. Woo! Way to go, ladies. So, some of you are coming on because you're seeing my ads out there. Some of you are being invited by your friends. Whatever, feel free to invite more women, okay? Invite, because we are going to empower each other, lift each other up, and create the lives that we really, really want. So when people join, sometimes they answer my questions, which helps me to know what you're looking for here. And many, many, many of you have said you want to feel successful in midlife and beyond, that you want to create your own sense of success. And so today I thought I'd just give 3 tips on creating a feeling of success in your life. Some things that have helped me create my personal definition of success in my life. And so get a pencil, you might want to write these things down. Okay, so the first one comes from the Success Principles, which is one of my all-time favorite books by author Jack Canfield. Oh, I should get it. Hang on just a second. Here it is. I read this thing, I reread this thing. It's basically, he's you might know him as the Chicken Soup for the Soul guy, but about 10, 12 years ago, he wrote this book called The Success Principles. And there's 64 principles to create your own success. See how much I've used this book? It's just, I've got papers falling out of it. Hang on, I'm going to set it down again. Anyway, it's probably, it is my all-time favorite personal and professional development book out there, honestly. And I've trained extensively with Jack, and I am certified in his Success Principles methodology to teach his principles. But anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters is principle number 1 for today, which is take 100% responsibility for your life. 100% responsibility for your life. And there's a formula that he teaches, and it's the letter E, okay? E plus R, the letter R, equals O. E plus R equals O. Now what those stand for is event plus response equals outcome. So an event can be anything at all that happens. And R is our response to that event, and O is the outcome we get. So what he says is to look at the outcomes you're getting. And if you don't like the outcomes you're getting in your life, don't go back and blame or complain about the event. No, go back and look at your response to it, your response to the event. Okay, in other words, if you have a bad day and things don't go well, let's say that's an event. And if your response to it is you just whine around and you complain, or you stick your head in the sand, or you go under your covers and you don't come out of your room all day or something, that's your response to it. And then you don't get anything done, or you feel more sorry for yourself, or you get more depressed, that's your outcome from that, right? And so he's saying where your power is in the response, in the R. So if you have that bad day and instead you pull yourself out of bed and you go, okay, I'm not feeling great today, but I'm going to make the best of it. That's a different kind of response, and you'll get a different kind of outcome. You see how that works? So he suggests that if we are constantly looking at our response to things, because we can't always control the events, right? I mean, your house could burn to the ground. I have several people I know in my life whose houses have burned to the ground. And you can have very different events to that, responses to that event. And your response is either going to make it a worse situation than it already is, or a better situation than it already is. And that's true about any kind of event at all. Any kind of event at all. So the more you take control of your responses to things, the more successful you're going to feel in your life, because you can choose how you respond to anything. We can't always choose the event. but you can always choose your response to the event. Okay, so there's one tip that's a secret to my success for sure. Okay, number 2, which is kind of along these lines, changing your thoughts to change your life. Okay, so there's different answers to this question, but I've heard anywhere from 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Thousands. Your mind is constantly creating thoughts in it, right? And many are very repetitive and of the very same tone. And so it's when you have thoughts that cause you grief, fear, stress, strain, sadness, whatever, then those are thoughts based on fear or a negative perspective, right? And so every thought falls into 2 categories. It's either in the fear column of life or the love column of life. So if you're feeling great based on your thinking, you're in the love column. You're happy, you're excited, you're peaceful, you're joy-filled, you're secure, you're confident, you're courageous. You're feeling all those yummy feelings we want to feel. If your thoughts are fear-based, then you're feeling stress, strain, sadness, guilt, shame, all those anger, all those things we really don't want to feel, right? And so if you're suffering, you're in the fear column, and I want you to look at your thoughts, how you're choosing to think about something. Even something as traumatic as divorce, like I'm divorced, many of you are, I know you've told me you are. So this is just for our purposes right now, but we can either choose to feel really bad about our divorces, guilty, sad, angry, frustrated, all those things. And if we do, we're not going to be able to move forward, right? Now I know there's a grief process and it depends on where you're at and all that, but ultimately, if you can get to thoughts that are more positive, like divorce is a new beginning, divorce is a chance for both people to move on with their lives and have a healthier, happier life. That now divorce is your chance to create the life you've always wanted that maybe you felt like you couldn't with the person you were married to. And now maybe you feel it's your chance to build your own confidence and sense of security and create your own happiness that you felt was weighed down by a difficult marriage. So changing how we think about something can make life better or worse, okay, no matter what. So again, if you're suffering, if you're feeling really down and being really hard on yourself, check your thoughts. And then change your thoughts. Ask yourself, what's an opposite thought? Or what else could be true? Even if I'm not 100% sure, what else could be true that helps me to feel more at peace, that gives me more happiness, that really empowers me to create what I want in my life, okay? So change your thoughts, change your life. And the last thing, the third tip I'm going to give today about success is that no matter what's going on in your life, you may have some things that you feel embarrassed about. I just talked to a private coaching client about this yesterday. She was embarrassed about something in her life, and I said, instead of looking at this and being embarrassed, I want you to look at this aspect of your life and be empowered. Okay, so let's say this wasn't her issue, but let's just say someone's embarrassed because they're 50 pounds overweight. Okay, I've been there. I've been 50 pounds overweight. So let's just say you're overweight and you're embarrassed about it. Now, you can go around being embarrassed about it. You can feel shame. You can be hard on yourself, pick on yourself. Or you can look and go, hey, I'm 50 pounds overweight, and have that empower you, right? Empower you to eat healthier, take better care of yourself, start exercising, whatever. And I'm not trying to say go do it if you're 50 pounds. You need to decide. Only you can decide what you want to do if you are in that situation. But my point is, that's an example of something we might be embarrassed about that we could actually shift that, because embarrassment, again, that's a fear-based thought that will not get you feeling successful at all. But if you shift it and go, okay, I don't like this about myself, or I don't like this about my environment, or I don't like this about my life right now. And instead of hiding your head in shame, go, I'm going to have this empower me because I want more for myself than that. Okay, so those are 3 tips for success for today. You are all perfectly capable of creating the lives that you want. And I'm very proud of you. Anytime you're using your courage muscles to create something or try something new that you haven't before, that you believe could bring you some new joy and happiness. And, those of you that are new to me, if you would like to schedule a breakthrough coaching call, I offer those every once in a while. And I have two appointments left this week open for that. I don't give a lot of those out every week, but I do have a private coaching program called the 90-Day Confidence Coaching Program. And I see how you are in your life, see what you need, and then I see if you might be a good candidate for my coaching program, and you see if it's a good a good opportunity for you as well. So if you're interested in that, then write me a message down here and say, hey, I want to know more about that, or hey, can we talk? So no pressure, no obligation, no nothing. It's just an opportunity, and I'm not quite full yet for this month to start. I've got a couple slots left that I'd be happy to fill too for those of you who are ready and committed and resourceful. All right, that's enough of me for you guys today. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you again soon. Mwah.